Hello everybody to a game on Antigua Shipyard, a PvZ starring Monchi of Team ESC Icy Box, playing against the Zerg player Czech, formerly Czech Prime, currently playing on Team E Sahara. So we got a good matchup here. Two very high-ranked Grandmaster players on the Korean ladder. Monchi, a European player though, I believe. I could be wrong. But we've got a good game, though, on a good map, a Blizzard Battle.net ladder map, although this is the tournament version, which I'm not sure what the difference is. It is an Icy Cup map, though. There are gold expansions in the middle, and I'm not sure what the differences are. But it's a good map overall. We generally see some longer games, since it's fairly easy to take your natural and your third. On these positions, anyway, sometimes if you start here, the third can be pretty hard to take against Terran, especially with drops, or Zerg with Muta Harass. So in these positions, it should be a pretty good matchup. Both players still droning up to 13 and 12 Harvesters. We should see some tech coming out soon. Opening up with a Gateway, and it's an interesting wall, using his Pylon. Generally, you'll see a Gateway and Cybernetics core wall. In this case, we see a Pylon and Gateway, and he'll plug it up with a Zealot. Gas going down on 14 supply, which is very standard. And it looks like Czech is going to open up with a hatch first, which is generally pretty risky against Protoss, especially in a map that's pretty much a standard Forge Fast Expand map. So Czech feels pretty confident that he can hold that expansion. And interestingly, he doesn't have any scouting for probes, which is generally what a Protoss player would do. Now he's looking around for that probe. Usually there would be a probe there, but it hasn't been scouted yet, and we'll see what happens. Two scouts running to each other, and now he should follow that. Czech needs to keep an eye on that probe, especially if Monchi sees that he went hatch first. That spawning pool's a little ways out, and if Monchi did open up with a Forge, you'd probably see him drop some cannons right away. But instead, he's opening up Gateway, Cybernetics core, and going for two quick gases. No expansion yet. So most likely we'll see some aggression from him. We have a Zealot coming out. We'll see if he queues up a Sentry or a Stalker. A Sentry would probably mean more defensive play, and maybe teching up to avoid Ray, but no, he's going for a Stalker. So this is going to be some aggression. Could not a 4-gate. It could be a 4-gate. It could be a 2-gas 4-gate, or it could be some higher tech. We'll see what he does, but it should be interesting. Czech just droning up still, getting 2 queens out and metabolic boost for his Zerglings, and now we see a Twilight Council coming out. So possibly DTs. Or maybe some sort of Blink Rush, but most likely it'll be DTs. Which, considering Czech doesn't have any detection or any evolution chambers yet, could be trouble. But Dark Shrines take about 4 years to come out, so Czech has a lot of time to prepare for this. He does have Overlords in the position to scout. And once he sees that there's no expansion here, and it's not a Forge expand, he'd most likely send in a Stalker. Oh, an Overlord. This Overlord would have been sent out. Great play by Monchi, hunting down that Overlord. That's something that every Zerg has to be careful for, and other players are starting to become very good at hunting down those scouting Overlords. I mean, if you look, there's one more over here. That's vulnerable. There's another one over here. That's vulnerable. Not quite now, but once observers come out, these are common locations for scouting Overlords. You know, all around the map, on the thirds. In the middle, generally, you'll always have an Overlord in these lanes, and players are becoming very adept at hunting them down. And there's the Dark Shrine coming up, halfway done now, and we still have no detection, no Evo chambers. So this is looking pretty bad for Czech. Unless he gets an Evo chamber, this could be a very quick game. He's pumping a lot of Speedlings out, all the way up to 22 drones only, so he's pretty much going all in here, which isn't good for him. Does he know about He doesn't know about the Dark Shrine. He's trying to force his way in here, but with good SimCity and force fields, I don't think he'll get very far. He's sending down a ton of more speedlings and building an evolution chamber now. We do have Dark Templars warping in somewhere. Here they are streaming across the map. Evolution Chamber's coming out now, so he should be okay for this. He needs to get down Spore Crawlers right now, and there's one going down. And where is it? It's in the mineral line, so still a little vulnerable. And look at the Great Wall. If he's walling off with his queens. And these are a move command. Oh, attack, attack. Monchi attack. Monchi attack. Monchi attack. Kill them. Oh, this is not good. Dark Templar finally attacking, but the Spore Crawlers are out now. He could still do a lot of damage with these if he gets them in position. He could potentially take out the Spore Crawler before the speedlings get there. No, it's not going to happen. Attacking with his drones. So the Dark Templar don't really do too much damage. But he's behind on Harvesters. So if Monchi can hold off this swarm of speedlings, he could be okay. There's no mobile detection, so these Dark Templar will do very good at defending. But speedlings running through. Oh no, they got a huge surround on the sentries. The sentries are going down. He does get one force field off, but unless he warps in more sentries, which he doesn't have the gas for, this is huge. He needs to wall off, and that gateway's hurt. There's only a pylon here. There's a ton of speedlings coming through. 24 speedlings, and this is not looking good for Monchi. Those Dark Templar just are not going to be able to kill them enough, and speedlings in the mineral line. All these probes are going to go down. There's nothing Monchi can do at this point. There's just too many speedlings, not enough DPS. That Dark Templar is getting a ton of kills, 39 kills, but in that time, Monchi lost all of his probes and called good game. So Isahara's Check takes the win on Antiga Shipyard.